All right, today we're diving into an idea that's, well, it's pretty simple on the surface, but it's also incredibly profound. It's this: you are not just your body. You're actually a coexistence of two different parts, the self and the body. And figuring out how they work together, that's the real key to a life of harmony. So, let's just jump right in with a huge question, one that really gets to the heart of it all. Who are you? Seriously. When you think of me or I, do you just picture your body, your height, your hair, the person you see in the mirror? Or is there something more going on? That's exactly what we're going to explore.
And here it is, the central proposal we're going to unpack. The human being isn't just one single thing. It's the coexistence of two separate but totally interconnected realities. You've got the self. You can think of that as your consciousness, the I inside, and then you have the body, your physical self. They're not the same thing, but they exist together, always.
Now, to really get our heads around this, we need to look at just how fundamentally different these two parts of you are. So let's kind of put them side by side and see what makes them tick. Okay, first up, let's talk about needs. The body's needs are pretty straightforward, right? They're tangible things like food, water, a roof over your head. The source material calls this physical facility. But the self? Its needs are totally different. It needs feelings like happiness, trust, and especially respect, and you absolutely cannot substitute one for the other. Think about it. You could be eating the most incredible 5-course meal, but if you're being disrespected the whole time, your body might be satisfied, but your self feels awful, completely empty.
Now, what about time? This is a big one. The body's needs are temporary. You get hungry, you eat, and then you're done for a while. In fact, eating continuously would be torture. But what about respect? Do you just want respect on Tuesdays from 9 to 5? Of course not. You want it all the time, continuously. The moment there's a break in that feeling, you notice it, and it feels bad.
The source shares this incredibly powerful story that just drives this point home. A 10-year-old girl was asked if her father loved her. And her response? She immediately remembered a specific time he scolded her, on the night before Diwali 2 years ago. That one single gap in that continuous feeling of being loved was so significant that it stuck with her for years. That shows you just how deep the self's need for that unbroken, positive feeling really is.
And this brings us to another crucial point. The needs aren't just different in time, they're different in kind. The body's needs are quantitative. You can measure them. You need a certain amount of food, a certain number of clothes. But the needs of the self are qualitative. It's a feeling. As the source humorously points out, you would never say, hey, I got half a kilogram of respect today. It's absurd, right? You either feel respected or you don't. It's a quality, not a quantity.
So, okay, we've established the self and the body are different. They have totally different needs. But so what? What happens when we get this all mixed up? What are the consequences when we forget about the self and only focus on the body? Well, that's when we fall into a very common trap.
The source material calls this a gross misunderstanding, and it's a big one. It's the assumption that we are only our bodies, and when we believe that, we make a critical mistake. We try to satisfy the continuous, qualitative needs of the self with temporary, quantitative things. We try to buy a feeling of respect with a flashy car, or try to find lasting fulfillment in a bigger house. It just doesn't work.
And this mistake leads us into a nasty, vicious cycle. Let's walk through it. It starts with that wrong assumption. I am only my body. Because of that, we chase after physical things, thinking they'll make us happy. We buy the new gadget, the new clothes. But because those things can't actually fulfill the self's deep need for continuous happiness, the good feeling is super temporary. And then what happens? We feel deprived all over again. We think, oh, I guess I just don't have enough stuff. And so we go out and chase even more. And the loop just keeps on going.
So, the million-dollar question is, how do we break out of this loop? How do we find that real, true, lasting fulfillment? Well, the answer isn't in getting more stuff. The answer is in finding harmony by nurturing both parts of our being, but doing it in the right way.
So here's the path. It's actually pretty simple. We have to nurture the self with what it actually craves, right? Understanding and right feeling. And at the same time, we provide the body with what it needs, physical facility. The absolute key is to stop trying to feed one with the other's food. The self is the knower, the doer, the enjoyer. It's the one experiencing your life. The body? The body is just an instrument, a very important instrument for sure, but an instrument nonetheless.
Look, if you take only one single thing away from this explainer, let it be this number, 2.
You are a coexistence of two distinct parts, not one. Both of them need to be understood, they need to be acknowledged, and they need to be nurtured for you to feel whole, to feel complete, and to truly be in harmony.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. The activities of yourself, your thinking, your desiring, your expecting, that stuff is running continuously, 24/7, even when you sleep. Your body's needs, like hunger or thirst, they're temporary. They come and they go. So in that constant dialogue between these two parts of you, who are you listening to most?